Yo, man, what it is and what it ain't, man. It's your boy BL Ratchet from the We Are Florida podcast, presented by Mix One Essentials, and I'm back today with special guests.
I'm JNabe, representing Kansas City, but I'm supporting Tampa today. Tampa will win. Shout out to Pusha Preem.
Pusha Preem 1-4 for the Wandering Assassins. Your favorite mask assassin always Tampa will win the Bayway.
For sure, man. Welcome back, Pusha Preem, man. You know what time it is.
Yes, sir.
For sure, man. Glad to have y'all here with me today. You know what I'm saying? But how y'all day been today?
Real good. Just been putting in the work, getting ready for the show at Shuffle tomorrow.
Okay.
Practicing all week, and we're going to kill it.
Okay, that's lit. So how your day been today, bro?
Busy as hell, man. We just finished the show at Houston Hive a couple of weeks ago. We're here just making sure that JNabe is good. You know, took him to Zydeco so he could try the beer that we just dropped. We just did a kind of like a charity event. Okay. We took this football team out and we fed them at PDQ. Shout out to PDQ. Prepping him for his listening party on Friday. And then, for me, we're just getting ready for we got a couple more shows coming up. It's just been it's just so hard to kind of keep up. So, I'm saying, shout out to the team for making sure I'm on time for these places.
That's lit. So, bro, JNabe, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you from Kansas City?
Yeah.
So how it was growing up out there, bro?
Well, I grew up in Pennsylvania, actually, and I moved to Kansas City about 5 years ago.
Oh, okay. So how, what was the difference? You know what I'm saying, from Pennsylvania going to Kansas City?
Honestly, the biggest difference is the change in food, because the seafood's so good on the East Coast.
Okay.
But now that I'm in the Midwest, seafood's just not as good, but we have really good barbecue in Kansas City.
Yeah, really good. What's that famous barbecue spot?
There's Joe's KC Barbecue, shout out to them, where there's Q39.
Mm-hmm.
Those are a couple of places.
Okay. It's one that they got a big old statue in the front of it. I can't think of the name.
Is that Gates?
Gates.
Yeah, Gates is popular.
Shout out to Gates, man. Shout out to Gates for sure. So, bro, since you've been down there, have you went to any of the Chiefs games or the Royals games?
No, not yet. That's on my list, though.
It's on your list? Okay. So, going from the East Coast to the Midwest, that's a big difference, bro. Big change.
Yeah.
Musical-wise and everything, though. How did you adapt?
The biggest difference for me was, part of the lingo. When I went to a grocery store, they're like, do you want a sack? I'm like, what are they talking about? And I'm like, oh, you mean a bag? Or, they would say pop instead of soda.
Yeah, they say
I was
pop.
mad confused. I was like a foreigner in a different country almost.
For sure, man. So, how did you get into music? And did you get into music in Pennsylvania?
No, I got into music in Kansas City, actually. Honestly, what happened was I was supposed to go to college, but I had mental health problems. So I was just, hanging out at the Guitar Center, and there's, a little, how they have those community, boards where they have, local studios and stuff like that. So I was like, I'm going to hit up this studio. And I, showed up, and I introduced myself. I was like, do you guys take interns? And it was like, no, we really don't, but we'll take you. So that's how I got my foot in the door, and I just started seeing people record and, how audio engineering worked. And I was like, man, this is mad interesting. Because, when I first heard songs, I thought, mixing was just oh, you just turn up the levels a little bit, and that's it. But once I found out, what music was, I started falling in love with it and seeing, how other artists enjoyed it. And I was like, I want to be part of the creative process.
Okay. So you can engineer, too?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, a little bit. That's what's up. So, you know what I'm saying? Do you remember your first song you made?
I think my first song was a song called Slim Figure. It's not really a good song.
Did you put it out?
Yeah, I put it out, but it's on my other account.
Oh, okay. For sure. So I know you say you wanted to just jump into the music once you know what I'm saying, went to Kansas City and, you know what I'm saying, start kind of being an intern and stuff like that. What made you want to take it serious, though? That's a whole different thing.
Listen, I feel like I wanted to start to take it seriously. When I got inspired by Russ, the rapper.
Mm-hmm.
He was I drop a song a week, so I did that for a while, but obviously I didn't know what I was doing. So it gave me good experience. I learned how to record and work on songs. But I think what made me take it seriously was honestly just linking up with Knowledge. Shout out to him. He was just a big inspiration for me. I was like, man, this is actually a lot more fun than I thought it would be. And then honestly, I just wanted to do something that I thought would give me enjoyment. That's why I wanted to take it seriously.
Okay, that's lit. So, with you know what I'm saying, with you making music, what inspires you, you know what I'm saying, to keep it going, though, right now?
Right now, what inspires me is just like talking about my real life situations and turn it into songs. And what really helps me is like when I perform, like lyrics are like so real that like people like make faces or they like laugh and they're like, "Man, this kid's crazy." But that's like what I like because I like seeing their genuine reactions to my music.
Okay, okay. So your creative process, do you write or do you just, you know what I'm saying, go in there and freestyle?
Yeah, I mostly freestyle and also write. I do a little bit of both.
Okay, okay. And what made you confident in freestyling?
What made me confident was just a lot of practice, honestly. Like it was just coming up like there's like this technique I learned from school. So like when you write an essay, you just do like a brain dump. So you just like write everything out. So you just let the thoughts keep flowing, and that's what makes it easier instead of like my problem at the beginning was just like overthinking everything. Like, is this good or is this bad? But after a while, you just like, oh, just let it flow out, and then you start getting ideas, and then you start picking out what's good, and then you can come out with a pretty decent song.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Because when you do overthink those songs, them be the ones that's like, oh, yeah, I need to put the trash that one.
Yeah.
For sure, for sure. But when you basically just being yourself and your genuine self and it just comes out right through the pores.
Yeah.
For sure, for sure. So, like, who did you grow up listening to?
I grew up listening to like I listened to a lot of my dad's music, so it's like older music like the Carpenters, Engelbert Humperdinck,
Okay.
like a lot of old school. But then I started getting into like Taylor Swift, Drake, and I was listening to like Katy Perry. Was a big
Okay.
one. Yeah,
Shout
so
out
I
to
was like,
Katy
I'm kind of
Perry.
all over the place. But when I got to like Kansas City and stuff, it was like a lot of Tech Nine, like Chris Calico, like the strange music groups out to them. And I was just listening to them a lot, and that's kind of what got me into rap at first.
Okay. So, I know that you just said pop, some pop artists and some rap artists.
Yeah.
Which you like more, pop or rap?
Probably pop.
Pop.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So, do you have like besides Katy Perry, do you have any other female pop artists you listen to?
Eva Max.
Even
I'm a huge fan of her. I even bought like one of her autographed pictures.
Okay, you did?
Yeah.
How much that ran you?
Honestly, I think I got it on auction for like $40.
$40?
Yeah.
Okay,
But I'm a huge fan of Eva Max.
that's a good steal, man. That's a good steal. So, you are a Japanese pop artist?
Half Japanese and half Vietnamese.
Okay. So how was that?
Really cool. Like I get a good mix of both.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I get Japanese food and Vietnamese
I was
food.
just
So I
gonna
get
ask
like
you that.
sushi, ramen, pho, banh mi. Like I get all the good stuff. I just get to see like both sides of my culture, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And then
It's-
like and
It's
this
a lot of
yeah.
It's a lot of full restaurants popping up around here right
Yeah.
now. Like real shit. Like a lot of people eating it right now.
Yeah.
It's definitely like, you know, cause I wasn't a big fan of it, but then once I tasted it, I was like, oh yeah, this him
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, definitely. Have you tried it?
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
I'm a big
okay.
fan of pho. I got spots and all that. You know what I mean?
For sure, for sure. So how could you say you come up with your sound?
How I came up with my sound.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of experimentation. Like honestly, when I first started recording, I was like screaming, but that's like a pretty typical thing that most artists do when they start. But I learned how to like relax and just like flow better. And I think that honestly, the biggest thing that helped me was just learning how to use autotune really well, and just understanding like what certain words work for me and how I sing, and then just like practicing over and over again. I do like singing lessons once a week with my second cousin, so that helped a lot.
That's what's up. Singing lessons. I ain't
Yeah.
gonna lie. A lot of people need singing lessons right now.
Yeah.
A lot of people in the industry need them for sure. For
Yeah.
sure. So like speaking on the industry, bro, you charted number 10 in the UK.
Yeah.
How was that feeling?
Felt amazing. It was something that I always wanted to do, and I never thought it would happen. Then when it happened, I was just like, man, it's like a new level to my career.
Yeah, you got lit, turned up.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. I ain't gonna lie. How does it? I mean, you be performing?
Yeah, I'm performing at Shuffle tomorrow.
Okay, it's not gonna be your first time performing though.
No, like I've done open mics before and stuff like that, but it's gonna be the first time headlining a show.
Headlining the show. Okay, okay. You ready though?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, okay.
Super nervous though.
Super nervous.
Yeah.
I mean, you gonna once your old beat dropping, you know what I'm saying. You get the feeling the crowd and the crowd feeling you. You gonna be all right.
Yeah.
I feel it. I feel it for sure, for sure. So, what's your favorite hobby outside of music?
just binge watching shows and movies. And I'm really big into anime.
Okay.
So I watch like Initial D, High School DxD, Naruto, and then a lot of like, what else do I watch? Oh, like Kuroko's basketball. So like things like that.
Okay, that's lit. That's lit. So what was your favorite movie? What's your favorite movie?
I've been really liking Everything Everywhere All at Once, if you see that movie. It was a new movie. I think it won some awards and stuff like that. But it's like, it's a pretty interesting movie because it's like sci-fi, but it has like a big Asian cast. But what really makes it interesting is they're able to develop like this kind of like video game aesthetic and like kind of like science fiction. And then like they also show like how Asian culture works, like how the like parents are always so hard on the kids when it comes to education and like how they want to push them so hard. And then like causes your kid to like not want to like talk to their parents anymore. So that's what I liked about the movie.
Okay. All cultures, shoot.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So speaking on Asian, Vietnamese, and Japanese, and also Chinese, like bro, those movies that they have on Netflix be lit.
Yeah,
real
for sure.
Shit, like real shit. Even what was the one that they was just copying off of? Everybody was just doing the
it was like Hunger Games.
Yeah,
like
that. Hunger Games.
Are you talking about Squid Games?
Yeah,
Squid Games.
Yeah, Squid Games. That's
yeah,
so
bro,
good.
that shit was different.
They had a chokehold on everybody.
Yeah,
and when I like kind of did my research on it and did the backers, they said that shit been out. Like that movie was old. They just
you know what was crazy? Power Rangers was like that too. So Power Rangers been out. And then when it came to America, it's like Saban or whatever the company is, they had just bought it. But even the characters, like the Yellow Ranger, was a male the whole time playing it. And then, like, you know, after a while, they're like, all right, we got to switch it up because we have to kind of like Americanize it. But yeah, a lot of dope movies, especially Disney, they take a lot of those stories from over there.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. That shit crazy because Netflix. I mean, you gonna get your best movies from overseas though. Like right now. I mean, I like American movies, bro, but they actually don't play in the overseas movies. They do their thing, and like I watch a lot of European movies too, though. Yeah,
you with the Bollywood movement?
I mean, something like that, but not really.
Okay,
not really. For sure, for sure. So, what's your opinion on blogs?
On blogs?
Yeah, like on blog sites like Say Cheese, you know, like the No Jumpers. You know, College Kid, My Mixtapes, things like that.
Yeah, I mean, like, I read a lot of blogs and stuff like that.
Okay. Do you think, like, they help artists or they can, like, you know, tear artists down?
I mean, like, it helps artists to a certain extent, but you have to be doing all the other things right, too.
Okay.
I think some of their content's kind of a little outdated. I feel like just putting an article up about like a person is like one thing, but I think what Funny Marco's doing, I think what Lil Yachty's doing, I think that's like gonna be the new way for like blogs and stuff like that. Just getting real personal and just breaking down the artist to, you know, I feel like artists don't really give people a chance to get to know them on another level. You know what I'm saying? Like IG kind of like puts so many filters and stuff like that. Even when they go live, you know, some people go live and it's like they have a whole like setup and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I think if blogs took the time to be like, all right, well, I'm not gonna wait for the next artist to come reach me. I'm gonna find that person on my own. I think that would, you know, put him back to the level to like how we found early Big Sean, you know, Wale, Kid Cudi, and, you know, Blue from Cali and stuff like that. I think that's the only thing the blogs are missing, like A&Rs. You know what I'm saying? They used to be the A&Rs for like information to find like new dope people. You know what I mean? But I feel like the new blogs, honestly, is TikTok. I find way more dope artists on TikTok, than I do anywhere else. And YouTube. Like sometimes YouTube gives you like some really fire recommendations.
For sure. Yeah, they definitely. I like the recommendations off YouTube for sure. Sometimes I don't even hit skip ad because I go to listen. I'm like, oh yeah, that's hard. For sure. So what you think about the current state of you know what I'm saying, in the music industry right now?
Right now, I feel like the music industry is in a good place, but like, have you heard about what happened with Spotify and how they're changing their rules in 2024? So they said that artists who have under 1,000 streams aren't going to get paid anymore. So the minimum threshold is going to be 1,000 streams to get paid for royalties. So that's like, I'm kind of iffy about that, but that just means you have to get more streams. So yeah, the music industry is definitely changing for better or for worse.
See, I think that like that instead of like focusing on getting more streams, I think now is the time where, you know, we gotta like really wake up and listen to like what, you know, Russ and Russell's saying. And last time I was on the show, I talked about it as well too. Like now we have to just be, you know, more rock star based, like focus on your merch and your shows, because for you to have the audacity to be like, I'm only going to pay you $1,000 and still give you a fraction of it, is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like your platform is not outly, you know, promoting the record. All you're doing is just uploading it, making it accessible, but you're still, you know, mixing all records in with commercials. You're still not, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't understand why it's that much of a big deal for you to kind of like cut the $1,000. You weren't even paying people anyway. And most of the labels own Spotify, that have partnerships with them. So, you know what I mean? So now I'm glad that they did that and they made it out in the open, because now, you know, people could start. I've been promoting Bandcamp for a minute, and, you know, disclaimer, I don't have no deals with them, nothing like that, but I think Bandcamp gives you more bang for your buck. If my album's $10, you buy for $10, and you know that money's going straight to the artist, and that record's going straight to you, you know what I'm saying, at the highest quality possible. Have you ever heard music on Apple and heard it on Spotify? Sometimes there's a difference if you don't have, like, Apple resolution or high this or high that, like, which is crazy. If I don't have a certain plan, I can't get the highest, you know, the highest quality of the music, but I'm still paying the same money. My money's not counterfeit, so why are you doing that with the music? So I think what Spotify is doing is bullshit. You know, I still bangs with y'all, you know what I'm saying? But y'all got to stop the funny shit, though, for real, you know what I mean? You got to stop that. Unless y'all doing that for a particular reason, which I know that you're only doing it because you're scared that the AI is going to catch up to how to get people to get their music out there more, just to stop the bullshit, bro, for real. You know what I mean? Because you're not doing that with podcasts. How many podcasts don't get 1,000 views? And then you're coming after us, you know what I'm saying? We've been promoting Spotify for how long now? You know what I mean? And Jay-Z talked about this too, you know what I'm saying? So I think it comes to time to where, like, the future artists, you know, the 16 and 17-year-olds that's hearing this right now, y'all got to start getting with these college kids or start getting with these developers, and we need to build our own damn platform. It's about time. It's not that hard, you know what I'm saying? Just Mike.
For sure. Nah, good gems, though, good gems. So, bro, you got some swag, bro. For sure. So what's your favorite clothing brand?
My favorite clothing brand's probably like Nike or H&M.
Okay. That's what's up. What about you?
Me? Man, you know me. All the brands are local. Cowboy Takeo's been going crazy.
Okay.
I was just telling, you know, shout out to the cameraman behind. I like what Drake's doing with Nocta. I like how he's like going back to the 90s and taking those 90s shoes, because, you know, back in the days, we couldn't really like afford those, you know what I mean? But they had such unique character and designs. But yeah, for me, it's anybody local from the city I always support, you know what I mean? We have to keep things going on. Built for Pressure, he had dropped some dope sweatsuits as well too. And, you know, of course, like Tampa Tea is like my brand as well too. So yeah, really just like open to anybody that's like new right now.
Okay. So, do you got a favorite podcast that you watch?
I really like the man, I can't remember the name. The podcast that Jason Kelsey and Travis Kelsey do. Was it the New Heights show?
Yeah, that one lit.
Yeah.
For sure. So, what about you?
The We Are Florida podcast.
We Are Florida,
gang.
baby.
Yeah, you know, I've seen you guys, you know, from the beginning when, you know, we was doing like music videos, and I've seen you guys grow so much from Lil Tyler to J3, you know, to myself, and now doing artists out the state. So like, I love what you guys are doing. I love the growth. You know what I mean? Just like professional setup, real cameras, not like an iPhone or nothing like that. So yeah, man, like, as long as you guys keep going up, I'm gonna keep, you know, screaming at your name at the mountains.
For sure. Definitely, man. So like, in a relationship, what do y'all prioritize more? A job, your relationship, or the kids?
Well, for me, I don't have any kids yet, so can't say anything about that. But I don't know, I really prize the relationship a lot, because I feel like that's hard to replace. Like, once you find a good person, like, I feel like you should just stick with that person. Then, like, a job's kind of just like a job to me. But I feel like I've tried to relationships a lot.
For sure. So what you been working on lately?
Well, I got a couple new tracks coming out, some new hot bangers. I can't say too much about it because I want to be a surprise. But once this stuff starts coming out, you'll start seeing it moving.
Dropping before the end of the year?
Depends on the timeline. Like, I'm really busy right now, but we'll see what happens.
Okay. So, bro, can you tell me something that your fans don't know about you?
That's a good question. Well, a lot of people don't know about like my mental history past.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
So like after like junior year of high school, I've had like some breaks with psychosis. So I ended up in the mental hospital a good amount of times. So like, that was the reason why I had to drop out of college. I started doing music. Cause like I went to the psych ward and there's so many people that like suicide is like such a big thing. And there's like so many people that like put a gun to their head and then like the bullet doesn't go off and they're like, oh, I wish like I lived in Hawaii for 20 years. Or they're like, oh, I wish I became an actor. So that like really pushed me. I was like, man, I really have to pursue my dreams or I might regret it for the rest of my life.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So, bro, speaking on mental health, like, you know what I'm saying, both y'all good?
Yeah, man. You know me. I'm a robot at this point. I've just been busy. But this is for me. I'm at that point right there to where it's like any move that I can make the top off. You know what I'm saying? So I'm blessed. We got a lot of shows. We stream well. My artist is big enough to where we can do a record and it charts. For me, I grew up like a lot harder than most individuals, you know what I'm saying? And then, I was ex-military as well too. So I don't really have the option to think about stuff like that. But when I hear about it, it makes me like reflect on the ride home, like, maybe, one day I'll be able to like talk to that person,
for sure,
like wherever he is. But for me, it's just like, I'm in Jordan mode right now in the playoffs. Like I'm just focused on getting to the goal and then bringing as many people as I can with me, so that at least like when my time comes and I go, at least my name won't go in vain. You know what I'm saying? Like my goal is to be like a Tampa legend. And for some people, they may feel like that's a small goal, but I feel like my music has affected so many lives, just from like putting somebody on the show and then they start propelling, or, meeting someone like J3 and telling him something and he thinks a little bit different about his role, or even meeting JNabe and then boom, he's dropping an album and now he's charting. Like people in the UK know his name now, you know what I'm saying? So it's, for me, it's just like I just got to focus on the bigger goal. But, when I clock out and I'm not preem, my family is what kind of like keeps me going, you know what I'm saying? To keep me grounded.
That's what's up. That's what's up. What about you, man?
I mean, for me, I still struggle a lot. Like, I've always had bad mental health problems, but what really keeps me going is probably my girlfriend. Shout out to Ava.
Okay.
The knowledge is always helpful. He's always like, how you doing? And I'm like, same old, but then sometimes, like, certain days are bad or worse than others. But it's like, it's always a process. But, like, what really helps me is, like, my psychiatrist and my therapist really help, and, like, my support system.
Yeah, it's definitely good to have a good support system, for sure, for sure. When you're going through anything in life, because you know what I'm saying, you are not alone in this, you know what I'm saying? Everybody going through something, or everybody done been through something, you know what I'm saying? So I take it one day at a time, anywhere it go, you know what I'm saying? So, like, let's play a game. We're going to play, you know what I'm saying, this or that. Okay. So, Pennsylvania, Missouri.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So, the Steelers or the Chiefs?
The Chiefs.
The Chiefs? You like Pat Mahomes?
I mean, honestly, he's been playing like ass recently, but and we need better receivers for sure. But
yeah,
I mean, at least they beat the Dolphins.
But one thing about Pat Mahomes though, he just remind you of Brady. It doesn't matter about the receivers.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like he didn't need Tyreek to win that Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So who knows if he really needs receivers?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like he got a winning record right now.
The only thing I have to say is Pacheco has to start running the ball more because he's screwing me in fantasy.
yeah. I ain't gonna lie, Pacheco, you gotta tighten up, boy. Pacheco, Pacheco gotta tighten up for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gotta be one of the ones that do his thing, for sure. So, I know you say you like record and pop more than you like, you know what I'm saying, record and rap. But what you like listening to more?
It depends on my mood. Like, if I'm feeling hardcore, I'll listen to rap. But if I'm, like, in the shower, I'll listen to I Kissed a Girl by Katy Perry.
Yo. I'm laughing at this song. Like, it just popped in my head.
So, Beyonce or Katy Perry?
Katy Perry.
What? No way,
I
bro.
saw her live, so that's why I'm biased.
You gotta see Beyonce live.
Yeah,
No,
you
I
gotta
haven't
see
got a chance
Beyonce
yet.
live.
You see Beyonce live, and your life would change.
Yeah, you got to see Beyonce live for sure.
Katy Perry is still dope though, but Beyonce, yo, she put so much effort into it, like so much effort.
Yeah, she does. She really does for sure. So, would you rather be out here in sunny Florida, or you know what I'm saying, back home in the snow?
Florida, 100%.
Okay. So, do you like recording on the road or back home?
I like recording my home studio because that's where I'm most comfortable.
Okay. For sure. So, this is an engineering question. What program do you use?
I like using Logic Pro X.
Word?
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah.
Way different.
Yeah, that's different. What make you use that?
Just because whenever I use Pro Tools on my computer, it crashes. So I just use Logic.
He give you the real answers though. For sure.
I'm getting the thumbs down in the background.
Yeah. For sure. Most definitely. So, who is a collab, you know what I'm saying, a collab feature that you like want to do?
Like just with any artist or like a
with
big
any
artist?
big or small?
Probably Ava Max.
Ava Max, okay. For sure. I definitely, I'm trying to hear it in my head. For sure. Most definitely. So, who you think gonna win the Super Bowl this year?
Ooh, that's a good question.
It's kind of tough right now.
I got to root for the Eagles.
The Eagles? Who you think, Preem?
I'm going with the
Don't
Chiefs.
even say it.
Chiefs on my pass.
Okay.
I
thought
just
you
wanted
were
to
gonna say
hear
the
what you was
Cowboys.
gonna say anyway, cause you out there rocking in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But that's crazy though that you picked the Eagles. I think the Eagles gonna be ready, dog. But it's just gonna be something that hit them like a brick wall.
Every time.
Not every time.
Y'all don't got no confidence in San Fran.
Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like seeing them lose that one game made me feel like there's kinks in their armor. But I feel like with the Chiefs is like, you know, the one thing about Super Bowls that I've always noticed is that you have to have like a strong leader and a great defensive like front line. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then they make such more of a difference because the more pressure you put on the QB, the more mistakes they make. So like you know, just through the times, you know, even the Rams, like no one really saw that kind of coming, but like Darnold was just like all over the place, you know what I'm saying? Like he was, and the more pressure you have, because you only have one game. It's not like basketball to where it's like, okay, I learned from this mistake. It's like every mistake you have to pay for it.
You gotta pay for it, and if you don't get it right, but your ass is not going back.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. So, do you feel like is any faithful people left in this world?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
What about you?
What was the question again?
Any faithful people left in this world?
Oh, faithful. Yeah, I would say they are.
I mean, what is the percentage?
I said like a good 60%. Be honest with you.
60% faithful?
Round it up to 69.
Yeah.
Boy, y'all got a lot of faith, boy. They got.
Nah, they out there. I think
y'all got a lot of faith.
Nah, they out there. I think the girls that want to be hot girls, they kind of like they X themselves out. Some girls just like they know what they want, and you know they're not gonna bend. They're not gonna bend for it, especially the way the workforce is now, because women can get their own bread now. So they like, I'm not gonna settle for it. Like if you're not answering no texts, if you're on D&D at like 2 a.m, okay, cool, and I'm gonna move on to the next. Because even the most faithful girls still getting hollered at. You know what I'm saying? So they have a lot more options before they stay committed. I think a lot more girls now, before they commit, they just in that kind of like playing around mode, which is that works out for them, because when they are committed, then I feel like they're gonna stick it through.
Mm-hmm. For sure. So, Preem, I got a question. Did you see that the Drink Champs interview with Kodak?
I did.
How you feel about that?
I think Kodak is unpredictable. I don't know when he's trolling or not. Like I don't know. Like I got to meet Kodak in person to be like, are you a real person, or are you are you trolling? Because he's still young too. So and he's mad smart.
Yeah.
I've seen him like
He's marketable.
Yeah, well, not just marketable. Like he knows what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Like even when he did the "My name Kodak Black, but when you see me, I'm white," like he knew exactly what he was doing because there's other interviews and he's a lot more like on point. You know what I'm saying? So, I think he just leaves a, open room for people to have an opinion on it. You know what I mean?
For sure. Did you get to watch the interview?
I think I saw a little bit.
Okay.
But honestly, I think I was like half asleep.
For sure. So, would y'all rather have a money tree or a forever life tree?
Money tree for me.
Yeah, I'd have to go money tree.
Money tree? Okay.
Yeah, forever you might run into a war and then it's like, why am I still here?
For sure. Most definitely. So, I know I asked you if you can do a collab, but what about you, bro?
I'm still waiting on my Doja collab, you know what I'm saying? I know we spoke in person. I just came from LA and I'll be back in LA in December, so yeah, that's what I'm gunning for right now. I just think that for us actually being in the underground and doing shows at Cobra together and then just kind of like crossing paths, I think that's really what I want right now. And not even because of where she's at right now, I just think that her talent level just reminds me of like all those type of females I used to grow up on, like MIA, Santa Gold, early Doja Cat, you know what I'm saying? Like early Nicki, like those women are not really like rapping like that no more, taking pride in this like the double entendres, the flow switches, the character in their voices, and just having like elaborate hooks about being heartbroken. I think that's like a missing gem, and she's really touching on that.
Okay. So, bro, what is one message that you can, you know what I'm saying, tell us that you basically want to get across to your fans through your music?
I mean, just be yourself. Don't be afraid of who you are. If people are making fun of you, who cares? Like, just be yourself and be open for who you are and don't care about what other people think.
For sure. So, through this musical journey that you've been, you know what I'm saying, on for the last 5 years, have you learned a lot?
Oh, yeah, I learned plenty.
Okay.
Like, I've learned how to, like, interact with people, the importance of, like, making organic relationships. Because I feel like sometimes the music business is too transactional. It's just like, oh, give me money for this, and then you give them money, and then that's it. Like, you don't follow up with them. You don't ask them, like, how they're doing. Like, you don't see them as a person. You see them, like, as a stepping stone almost.
Mm-hmm. Because as soon as you know what I'm saying, do something with one person, that like you just said, all they doing is just cashing in. They don't really care. They just keep on moving on to the next, you know? For sure. See, back then, a lot of artists, I know you can agree with this too, Preem. A lot of artists had more relationships with the label.
Facts.
Like right now, a lot of like you could be at home and you never even meet your label. You know what I'm saying? And that's not like a good thing to be doing, you know, because these people got supposedly your life in their hands type shit, you know, and if you don't got that certain relationship, ain't nobody gonna push you as much as you. You know what I'm saying? And if they don't see what you see in yourself, then yeah, you definitely not gonna get too far unless you put that major push behind yourself. For sure. So, speaking on the community and everything like that, bro, what's one of them things that you'll do for the community if you were to reach the mountains and the peaks and go as far as you want to go with this music?
I mean, I would definitely, like, push education. I know Preem's a big person when it comes to, like, people reading books and getting educated. So I definitely support that. And then we just did PDQ for feeding the kids. I support that a lot. It's just, like, I like to do a lot of stuff for the kids in general.
Okay. So would you do, like, a backpack drive giveaway?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay. For sure. So would you feed the homeless?
Yeah, of course. Because there's one point in my life where we almost went homeless. I was living in the car for a while, so I definitely feel for that. And like I had to go to the food bank and stuff like that, so the homeless have like a big part of my heart.
Okay. That's lit. That's definitely, you know what I'm saying, something that your fans need to know because a lot of people like, you know, man, that man's a hard ass on, you know.
Yeah.
But if they really get to feel you, then they gonna feel you.
Yeah.
For sure. Most definitely. So before we wrap it all up, bro, is there anything that you want to let your fans know?
I just want to shout out Love All Night featuring Pusha Preem. We charted top 10 the hip-hop rap UK charts, and it got 300,000 views in the last 3 days on YouTube.
That's lit. Let your fans know where to follow you at and everything too, bro.
You can follow me at the real JNabe on all socials. That's the real and JNabe.
Okay, on all social platforms, man. Y'all tap in, man. We are Florida Podcast. We tapping in and tapping out. Keep striving. Keep doing your thing. You know what time it is. Let's ride.